Let me describe something you have probably experienced so many times you have started to accept it as normal. You eat a meal, a Western meal, bread, pasta, a fast food burger, a ready-made supermarket dish, and within an hour you feel it. The uncomfortable pressure in your abdomen, the bloating that makes you feel like you swallowed a balloon, the gas you spend the rest of the evening managing, the heaviness that makes you want to lie down and not move. Your gut microbiome is the community of approximately 100 trillion microorganisms living inside your digestive system. Bacteria, fungi, and other microscopic organisms that collectively weigh about 2 kilograms and have more influence over your health than almost any other system in your body. Your microbiome controls your immunity, your mood, your energy, your hormone regulation, your weight, and critically, your digestion. But here is the part most people do not know. Your microbiome is not generic. It is personal. Traditional African diets share several characteristics that are almost the opposite of the standard Western diet. High fiber from plantain, beans, leafy greens, and whole grains. Rich in fermented foods like kenkey, ogi, and dawa dawa that introduce beneficial bacteria regularly. Low in refined sugar and industrial processing. High in naturally occurring plant compounds, polyphenols, antioxidants, and prebiotic fibers that feed and diversify the microbiome. Here is what makes this specifically difficult for African people living in the West. When you first moved here, your gut microbiome was still largely composed of the bacteria that developed eating African food. You were carrying a microbiome calibrated for a completely different food environment. Research shows that African immigrants experience what scientists call rapid microbiome westernization, a measurable change in gut bacterial composition that begins within weeks of adopting a Western diet and progresses significantly over months and years. Bloating specifically happens when food is not properly digested in the small intestine and passes into the large intestine where gut bacteria ferment it and produce gas. When your gut bacteria are thriving on their natural food sources, they break down food efficiently in the right parts of your digestive system. Gas production is minimal and occurs where it should, deep in the large intestine where it is processed and expelled normally. When your gut bacteria are disrupted and your digestive enzyme production is reduced, which happens when you consistently eat food your gut was not designed to process, undigested food particles arrive in the large intestine where they are fermented by whatever bacteria are present. The result is rapid, excessive gas production that your gut cannot process quickly enough. Here is your practical solution broken into 3 steps. Step 1. Reintroduce fermented African foods as a daily non-negotiable. Even a small serving of ogi, kenkey, or dawa dawa every day begins reintroducing the beneficial bacteria your microbiome has been losing. These are not just foods. They are living microbial reinforcements for your gut. Step 2. Increase prebiotic fiber from African sources. Tiger nuts, plantain, beans, garden eggs, and bitter leaf feed the beneficial bacteria already in your gut and support their repopulation. Your gut bacteria cannot thrive without the fiber they evolved to eat. Your bloating is not a life sentence. It is a signal that your gut, which was built to thrive on some of the most nutritionally dense food on Earth, is asking you for something it recognizes. You do not need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Start with 1 fermented African food per day. Add tiger nuts as your snack. Cook with bitter leaf once this week. These small, consistent steps compound into a gut that stops fighting the food you give it and starts thriving again.